Before the world called him a kingpin, he was just a boy from South Central. A kid waking up to the soft hum of early morning Los Angeles, where the sun painted gold across quiet streets, long before the storm arrived. Rick Ross wasn't born into power. He was born into limits, poverty, broken systems, a school that pushed him forward without teaching him how to read. He didn't dream of the streets. He dreamed of playing tennis, wearing the white uniform, hearing the cheer of a real crowd. But the day he learned he couldn't read well enough to advance, that dream gently fell apart, like chalk dust blown off a court, and that's where the shadows opened their first door. An older man, sharp, confident, wrapped in quiet wealth, showed Rick a different path. Not with threats or promises, just opportunity, disguised as escape. Rick listened. He watched. He studied the psychology of desire. And with his first small deal, he felt something dangerous. Possibility. What began as survival slowly shaped into structure. He wasn't loud or flashy. He was disciplined, building an operation so organized, so steady, that the city whispered his name long before he ever saw himself as powerful. But as Rick rose, LA changed. Crack cocaine crept through neighborhoods like a silent tide. Families shifted, streets darkened, and Rick's myth grew larger than the man behind it. Success started bending the people around him. Friends became employees. Smiles became masks. Trust thinned out like air at the top of a mountain. And somewhere in the distance, the government began drawing a circle around his world. No sirens, no chaos. Just quiet surveillance, patient investigators, and files piling up in dim rooms, lit by a single lamp. One morning, fate arrived softly. Hands behind his back, a door closing, a city moving on. And in the stillness of a prison cell, Rick faced the version of himself the streets had created, and the version he always wanted to become. Years passed. Reflection replaced ambition. Growth replaced fear. And the boy from South Central finally learned to read not just words but life. Today, his name echoes through history not as a warning, but as a story about dreams, systems, survival, and transformation. A reminder that sometimes the rise is loud, but the lesson is quiet. If you want the full 3-hour deep dive into his rise, fall, and the empire he built, subscribe to the channel and listen to his complete sleep story. Thanks for watching.